Good morning. This is Hiki with the Lost Samba podcast, the third one. Uh, Welcome. So today we're going to speak about Bossa Nova, right? Bossa Nova is very dear to me because it comes from where I come from, Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro. And it was born more or less the same time as I was, 8 years earlier, but we're fine with that. So I feel very comfortable talking about Bossa Nova. This was an era where Brazil was growing very much. It was the post-war. The whole world was reconstructing, and the United States wanted Brazil to be a strong influence in the continent, principally or mainly because there was revolution in Cuba. So they wanted Brazil to be strong. So they put a lot of money. They opened a company for foreign capital, and they were building industries, and the car industry was booming. Everything was booming. There were a lot of opportunities. They were constructing a new capital. So the Bossa Nova reflects this Brazil in progress, this Brazil that was developing. It's intelligent. It's hasn't lost its Brazilian roots. It loves its country, but it's also a break with the past. It's a modern Brazil. It's a Brazil that expresses itself in a different way. And Bossa Nova, it as a musical genre, it goes parallel to jazz. So there's the street jazz in Brazil, that's chorinho, which is has parallels with the kind of jazz that comes from New Orleans, with figures like Billie Holiday and mainly Louis Armstrong. Although it's like really difficult to play, it's you have to be very dexterous, you have to play very well to play. The basis of the music is relatively simple, while Bossa Nova is very complex. The harmonies are very complex. The arrangements are complex. The ideas behind it. It comes from people from the middle class who were interested in music, like Tom Jobim, who's the biggest musician. And João Gilberto, together with João Gilberto, but Tom Jobim, he kind of epitomizes Bossa Nova. He was very influenced by Debussy, for example, the French composer. And together they created this genre, right? This Brazilian genre that was very successful. It not only nationally but internationally, right? Different to jazz that you created big names. Bossa Nova created hits, right? And these hits worldwide, like The Girl from Ipanema or Garota from Ipanema, created by Tom Jobim. It was recorded by Frank Sinatra at the time, and their records, the Bossa Nova records, they rivaled with the Beatles in terms of sales. In the early 60s, it was very, 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 very popular. And the song I'm going to play today, it's the first hit of Bossa Nova. It has like the holy trinity of Bossa Nova, which is the song is by Tom Jobim and Vinicius de Moraes. We'll talk about him in a later podcast, but he was a diplomat who became a poet, and he was a really good poet, and he did the best lyrics in Bossa Nova. Tom Jobim wrote the music with him, and it was performed by João Gilberto, who's like the godfather of Bossa Nova. His style of playing guitar influenced a lot of people in Brazil and abroad. So I'm going to try to play this song for you guys.
Vai minha tristeza e diz a ela que sem ela não pode ser. Diz-lhe numa prece que ela regresse, porque eu não posso mais sofrer. Chega de saudade, a realidade é paz, não há beleza. É só a tristeza e a melancolia que não sai de mim, não sai de mim, não sai. Mas se ela voltar, que coisa linda, que coisa louca. Pois há menos peixinhos a nadar no mar do que os beijinhos que eu darei na sua boca. Dentro dos meus braços, os abraços hão de ser milhões de abraços, apertado assim, colado assim, calado assim, beijinhos e abraços e carinhos sem ter fim, que é pra acabar com esse negócio de você longe de mim. Não quero mais esse negócio de você longe assim, que é pra acabar com esse negócio de você longe de mim.
Wrapping up after this presentation, I will say that the birth of the bossa nova stems from a tradition in Brazilian society that unfortunately has died, of people meeting up in people's houses, going there, taking a guitar, taking some percussion, and just getting together and doing some music, right? So this was very popular in all classes in Brazil, but the bossa nova comes from such meetings in the Zona Sul of the town, and by Zona Sul I mean the postcard addresses in Rio, Copacabana, Ipanema, and Leblon, which at the time were the upscale neighborhoods. There were also other neighborhoods, but this was a more recent part of Rio, like the city expanded towards the beaches at the time. Now they're old neighborhoods, but at the time they were recent, very urban neighborhoods, very modern, very metropolitan, if you will. And the bossa nova came up in people's houses where people used to get together, as I said, play instruments together, sing. Obviously, many of the musicians, they came from other states, from other neighborhoods in Rio, like very good examples, like João Gilberto, like the main guitar player of the bossa nova. He's from Bahia. Dorival Caymmi, one of the big influences of bossa nova, he also came from Bahia, as many other. Jorge Ben, who kind of is related to the bossa nova, he comes from another neighborhood, a poorer neighborhood. So, but by and large, it's something that comes from people's homes. It's not a street music. It's like from upper middle class homes, which I was fortunate enough, because this tradition went until the end of the 70s, to have presence as a guitar player. So I was fortunate, and I hope to share this experience with you through this podcast. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next week. Okay, take care. Bye.